Wish you all a very happy new year. Today is the third day of a blank page of a 365 page book which you're going to write. So make it count. And here is wishing you a very, very fantastic, awesome, overwhelming, exciting 2020. Now, the presentation which I am going to present, or it's called the Exordium, which is kick-starting the presentation, the first presentation of the day, is called Creating Customer Value. All right? So, the purpose of business is to create and keep a customer. This is by Peter F. Drucker. Many of you might know this quote. What Spinco has followed over the years is just one simple word added to that. What we have done is, we have just added the word customer delighted. The purpose of business is to create and keep a customer delighted. And that is nothing but customerization by S. Tyagarajan. So that is the whole concept, that is the foundation in which Spinco was built, and that is the idea we are here today for Customerization 2020 and beyond. Now when you look at what is actually helping us in terms of this customerization, we have the best of technologies from all over the world. I'll just take HPLCs for example here. We are marching towards 25,000 HPLCs, and today if you see the market share of Shimadzu in India, it is close to 40%. So this is the market share of Shimadzu in India, 40%. It is the same technology which is being also promoted in different parts of the world, but barring Japan, where the market share for Shimadzu is more than 50%, India is probably the only country where we can boast of something as high as 40%, and as you can see, it is consistently increasing from 33%, 37%, 40%, and after what happened in the month of December, I'm sure this will be more than 40% for this year. So when the technology is the same, when the principles are the same, what makes the difference is teams. Technology does not change the world, people do, teams do. And that team is our service team which is sitting here. So thanks to all of you today that we are having this sort of an overwhelming response from our customers. By the way, just to let you know, if you go for any new unique fonts, it doesn't apply to all computers. Just in case you're trying for your presentation, because here suddenly it has become really big. It's not supposed to be that way. And yeah, today if you see, we are a team of 350 people when it comes to support. I'll just call it the support team. This might involve the different specialists in terms of engineers, application, informatics, etc., etc. But our idea is in the next midterm, which is this midterm 2020 April to 2022 March, the 3 years, we want to add another 200 people in the support team. Okay? So just to give you a perspective, this is how it looks yesterday. This is how big the team was. I had to shoot this specifically. We had many cameras shooting, but this was taken in an ultra zoom Samsung Note 10, just trying to promote that particular brand. So this is how big the team is. I don't think any of the faces is visible. One more thing, for photos, you have to give some unique post like this so that you stand out, or maybe I'm just looking at myself, so that is the reason. So that said, this is how the team is, and imagine 200 more people in terms of service in the next 3 years. It's going to get much bigger and bigger. Maybe we have to take Rajendra 6 and 7 also for us to accommodate a meeting like this. All right. So today is the age of customer capitalism. What is customer capitalism? It's nothing but companies which focus on the customers first will last. The customer has to be the most important point of your business. It is not, nothing else matters except the customer's experience. Okay. So that is where we are creating the customer value. I'm going to break this into two parts. The first part is a lifetime value of a customer. The second part is what do we do to get that lifetime value of a customer. The lifetime value could be a dollar value, and the value which we have to extract, what we need to give, intangible or tangible, to get that lifetime value is what the presentation is all about. Hope I'm clear. Okay, what is the customer lifetime value? This is a taco. How many of you know what a taco is? Okay. Please go to taco. Taco is a Mexican food. I chose taco and not idlis or dosas, particularly because there is a study on tacos. Okay, the average price of a taco is around $5 US. When I was in the US, it used to be a student. This used to be our go-to food because it was available from $1. So for $1 you can finish your meal. It was a very big deal. So on an average, the price is $5 US. And when you look at what they see as a lifetime value, when a customer walks in, they don't see $5 USD. They have seen that it is $12,000 US per customer. Okay? Something as low as $5 USD, but the company sees that customer as a potential of $12,000 US. And what do they do over the lifetime to get that 12,000 is, they offer the right prices, they build the brand, continuously a lot of marketing, a lot of advertising is going on. They offer a variety of products, and most importantly, superior customer value and satisfaction. Okay, so we are all engineers here, and you might ask, why are we looking at a taco? Like I said, one is because this is a case study where they say this is the total lifetime value of a customer who's eating at Taco Bell. So this is a HPLC. The average price is $25,000 US. How much do you think will be the lifetime value of a HPLC customer? Anybody? Did you understand, or thought it was pretty simple? Any numbers? I cannot see anybody, you can just shout. I won't even know who's saying it. Any guesses? I'm sorry? 2.5 what? 2.5? No, you guys haven't understood. Okay, 2.5 million may be the right answer, but just look at it this way. If you take one HPLC, a lifetime of 10 years, looking at an average of $2,000 in terms of CMC, around 1.5 lakhs, you're looking at $20,000 straight away, correct? So that could be for one system, but unlike a Taco Bell where the customer is an individual, here the customer is a corporate organization. It could vary between 10 systems, 100 systems, 200 systems, 300 systems. So the lifetime value of any HPLC customer or an organization could be anything from hundred thousands of dollars to millions of dollars. I wish it was billions, but it's not billions, because today it could be millions of dollars. So what do we need to do? What is the value which we need to give to the customer in order to take this value from them is what the presentation is all about. Right? So when we are looking at the value which we are, what is the potential of this market, many of you who might have seen these slides before, this particular one, raise your hands. How many of you have seen it? Actually, it's not many, it's very, very few. This is Jack Welch. He was a CEO of GE, and it says, grow your service business, it's the wave of the future. I'm just going to read the highlighted points here. It says, in 1980, 85% of the revenues of GE came from manufacturing, and 15% came from services. Fast forward to 1990, 45% of the revenues for GE came from services, and now 55% manufacturing. Today, if you see, in 1995, in the year 2000, only 25% of GE's revenue was from manufacturing. The remaining 75% came from service business. So you understand where I'm getting to? Today, Spinco has got so many assets under our management. So this is where we need to focus. But it is not like it is our right to get those AMCs or CMCs. We really need to work hard to make that happen and create very good experiences for the customers for them to keep coming back. All right? Now, what we did in 2014, we had the pursuit of excellence. There is a beautiful book called Outliers. Outliers says success is only 10,000 hours away. Okay? 10,000 hours is the magic number. In our case, 10,000 contracts was the magic number which we defined in 2014. So today, when I was talking to Sudhir, I'm very happy to tell you that this year, we will be crossing 10,000 contracts. But this came a midterm later. It was supposed to happen in 2014 to 2017. But nevertheless, it has happened. But this is the critical mass which we have achieved. So once we hit those 10,000 contracts, it is what we do to go further beyond that. Now, how many of you know this? What is Amazon Prime? What do they do? I'm sorry? Faster service. Do you know what all they do actually? I'm sorry? E-commerce. It is not just e-commerce. It is something beyond that. If you actually go to Amazon Prime and see what they offer, you get all these things. There is a free 2-day shipping, there's a same-day delivery, there's an Amazon day where you can get all your products on that particular day throughout the week, throughout the month. And then you've got streaming videos, you've got shopping benefits. In short, there are a lot of things. It is shopping benefits, supply benefits, streaming benefits, reading benefits. Okay? Today, Amazon Prime is not a product or it's not a service. It is more of an experience. And if you see from 2010 to 2019, this orange color thing shows companies expecting to compete mostly on the base of customer experience. So the customer experience is the key. A very important quote which comes here is, I've learned that people will forget what you said, what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So that is the whole idea of customization. It's all about the experience. So when you take Amazon Prime and then translate it directly to say Spinco's contracts, the Spinco experience, the first thing which I want to talk about is people. I've already said we are a team of 350 support teams, which is going to increase by another 200 in these next 3 years. And you see the kind of support we've got a technical support, engineers, we've got the workflow support, and then we've got the compliance support, and we've got the application support. Apart from this, we offer all these services where there is instant supply chain, assured delivery, higher asset utilization, lower fixed cost of ownership, so many things are there. So this is what we want to offer to our customers. Just like Amazon has got those 3 points which is laid out with 3 sheets actually with fine print, we would like to make this as comprehensive as possible so that the customers have a very good experience with Spinco. Now when you look at what other things we do for this experience is infrastructure. Many of you are in your offices, but you need to know that in the year 2017 we started our Bangalore office, 2018 we had our Vizag office, 2019 it was Pune, we just inaugurated the Pune team, are they here? Yeah, 2019 we had the Pune, and in 2020 we've got Kolkata, and in 2021 we've got a Chandigarh office. I am not showing you real estate, that is not the idea of this kind of slide. The whole point is, this becomes a Spinco experience zone. Every time there are 1,000 plus HPLCs, we would like to have a support structure there to enable us to support the customer better. It could be for seminars, it could be for training, it could be for onboarding the customer onto the Shimadzu or Spinco solutions. For your information, Bida is a company as a CRO in Ahmedabad, and Pranav Shailesh and team, they do an onboarding process for Vida where all their new hires are trained in Spinco in Ahmedabad. So this is something which every one of us can do as we have all got our different support structures. All right. The second important thing is supply chain management. Those of you, how many of you visited Spinco Towers in Chennai? Okay. Many of you have not. So this is Spinco Towers in Chennai, and if you look at this, you've got a wonderful supply chain management team, 100%, almost 100% women, and then we've also got the inventory here. Today, if you go to the inventory, there'll be zero inventory in terms of I-Series. I've been seeing this for the last 1 month. It was packed. There was no place to even park the cars. But just last 2 days back when I went there, it was all empty. Because it was such an overwhelming response for us with the 5-year warranty of the I-Series, we did not have systems to ship to the customers. So that said, if this is going to be the trend in the coming days when INR sales pick, what we need to do is we will have an inventory warehouse itself altogether in Spinco. So this is the kind of experience which we'd like to give to the customers by delivering the systems within 24 hours. Even these are high valued product, high technical products, but the way we are delivering it just like an Amazon Prime within 24 hours is something quite substantial. So we want to have excellence in logistics. That is the experience which the supply chain is going to give. One of my favorite slides, Sudhir with the PM kits. You only see the consumables and the spares which you get, but in the background there's so much of work going on in terms of ordering these parts, stocking these parts. This is nothing but money. At any given point of time, we'll have $3 to $4 million of inventory with us. So when a system is down, we would like to get the spares or the consumables to the customer at the very earliest. And that is where we have stocked all these spare parts and consumables. There's always room for improvement, but this is another experience. And then when you talk about method development, today we are not selling, it is not the engineering which you give, it's the complete solution. So you also have the application team to support. So there is a lab here for method development and method transfer. Today, mass spec is today's HPLC, and so we've got a huge mass spec lab in Chennai. But that does not stop other regions from having their own labs. We have started off with HPLC labs, like Gunwant. Where is Gunwant? So this is Gunwant in Ahmedabad, and they're doing again a lot of support for the N series and the I series by bringing customers to their facility and demonstrating. I just had this picture. I'm sure others are also doing this, so I just wanted to mention this. And most importantly, everything is going mobile today. So the CRM has to go mobile. People would like to see, sometimes like to see where the engineer is, or they would like to book calls using the mobile app, or schedule an appointment using a mobile app. Today we are having the mobile CRM. How many of you, this has not gone live, right? Not yet. So you're using it? Okay. So this will undergo multiple iterations as well. So this is another important experience which we are giving to the customers. And apart from this, all this boils down to one important point called the ultimate moment of truth. There are 4 moments of truth. The first one is the 0 moment of truth, when a customer goes online searching for a product. The first moment of truth is when he calls you for asking questions about the product. The second moment of truth is the installation. The ultimate moment of truth is when he talks about the product to a bigger gathering. And today, in the age of all digital marketing and social media, this becomes very, very critical. This is a customer called Farmanza in Ahmedabad again. So he says, we appreciate all the support from Shimadzu, Spinco Biotech, Abhishek Shembekar, Niranjan, Saurabh Patel, and Gunwant Yadav. How often do you see a customer going online, posting a picture of the installation, and not just that, thanking the people who have supported the installation? So this is the kind of experience which our Ahmedabad team has created for the customer. This is wonderful, and it definitely requires a huge round of applause. So day in and day out, we are doing installations, we are doing PMs, we are doing CMCs, breakdown calls, etc. How memorable can you make it for the customer is the whole important point, that experience matters. So this is the experience which the team has created. And here if you see, there is another thing by Farmanza again. Our article in Spinco Biotech's Cutting Edge Journal, one of the finest journals published for the analytical scientific instrumentation community, analytical scientific community. So this is the kind of reception which the customers are giving for Spinco. All you have to do is, if you are going to make it memorable for them, they are going to reciprocate it either which case. So the idea is to create raving fans and people who will vouch for Spinco to other customers as well. So finally, with all these experiences in place, we would like to be loyalty leaders. Loyalty leaders, by definition, are companies at the top of their industries in Net Promoter Score. I have had this, me and Sudhir, we have introduced Net Promoter Score in the regional meetings. Finally, now it is going to go live. What a Net Promoter Score does is, after you do an installation, after you do a PM, the customer is going to get a ticket number and he's going to get a feedback form. And it looks something like this. How do you find Spinco's engineer response? Was the system ready to use within 48 hours? How do you rate the engineer's technical skills? How do you rate the overall customer experience by Spinco? And most importantly, the 5th question which says, would you recommend Spinco to another customer? Okay, and they rate you from 0 to 10. 0 to 6, they're not going to recommend. 7 or 8, they might recommend. And when it comes to 9 or 10, these are called the promoters. That is, these guys, they don't just come back, they don't recommend you, they will insist that their friends do business with you. So they will tell another customer that this is Spinco, you have to buy from them. A lot of instances like that have happened in the past, and that is the reason we are here today. But in the days ahead, it becomes all the more crucial for us to achieve this. So Net Promoter Score will go live anytime, maybe in March or maybe in April. And when that happens, please remember that our support is being quantified. In the past, we never did this. The perception was the feedback. I did a good job. But this time, the customer has an opportunity to rate us. It also gives an opportunity for us to see if somebody gives you a 6 or a 5 or a 4, you might want to correct yourself on what went wrong. For all you know, that guy didn't like you coming late for work, because punctuality matters a lot. Or there could be other reasons. At the end of the day, you're getting a feedback from the customer, the voice of the customer is heard, and we are given an opportunity to correct ourselves. So this is another thing which we are going to do. The more we have, if we have very good Net Promoter Scores, it's wonderful. For your information, a company like Amazon or many hotels have got Net Promoter Scores which are more than 7 or 8, which is really good. So please keep this in mind when you're starting the future installations. So today we are very confident that we'll do this 10,000 contracts. So beyond 10,000, what is there? So that is the whole idea of this Customerization 2020. The idea is to equip you with the tool set, skill sets and mindset for the decade to come. I would not like to go in specific about the golden decade because that's what Ravi is going to do after this particular presentation. But this, in the next 2 days, you will be understanding the great demo from Bhagat, effective communication from Dr. Uma, process understanding, it could be supply chain, maybe Sudhir is going to talk about the net promoter score again or how to improve our CMC responses, and memorable installation by Arvind, this becomes very, very, very important. Escalation by Gopal, because escalation is very important because this is the place where you can prevent incidents from turning into accidents. We get a lot of mails, but how can we minimize them and to have the minimum number of accidents? And finally, technical updates by Narayana Murthy, by Pranav, by Shamal, by Nagarani, by Shiva and all those people. So I'm sure this is going to be a wonderful learning experience for all of you. So please keep this in mind for the next 2 days. It's going to be an intense meeting, but make it interactive. The moment you start talking, things tend to lighten up. If you're just going to sit there and listen to us, it's going to get really boring. That much I can let you know. And finally, yesterday there was, in the presentation, there was one line. It is in the first 10 years of your career, what you learn is very, very important. Okay? And in this hall, many of us are in the age group of 25 to 35. And it was very clearly outlined that in the next 10 years, how the country is going to grow, being an emerging economy. 5 years, we are going to be 5 trillion. 10 years, we are going to be 10 trillion. Technology is going to change. Our lifestyles are going to change. There is going to be a lot of growth. In that, the most important quote I would like to say and end my presentation is, it's not the most intellectual or the strongest of species which are going to survive, but the ones which adapt and adjust to the changing environment. Please be flexible. There should be a lot of cross-functional expertise which you develop. You cannot be doing just one thing. You need to also experience other things because you do not know where life is going to take all of us. But the next 10 years are going to be our golden years, and we need all your support to make Spinco a wonderful #1 biosupplier company in the country. All right. Thank you so much. I would like to call upon Ravi now for giving his presentation on the golden decade, more specifically highlighting in depth the details on the various things which I mentioned.